Welcome back, Rockstars, to some more Jurassic World Reborn. If you can't already tell, this is an updated version of Jurassic World Reborn. First of all, I'm going to apologize because I never knew you had to manually update mods in Cus Forge, while in Technic Pack, it just usually auto-updates for me. Previously, we were playing on 1.9.2. This is 1.12.2 for Jurassic Craft or Jurassic World Reborn, so I'm super excited to get into this. It's going to be new biomes, there's a whole new set of dinos, a ton new set of decorations, and I just cannot wait. So, are we starting from scratch again? Well, not exactly. I did build a house in creative, and outside of that I gathered a bunch of ENC and resources in survival mode just so we could get back to where we were right before we got our very first dino. We still have to gather all of our fossils and everything like that all over again, but everything else we should be just kind of on the equal level to where we should have been in the first place. No matter what, this is super exciting because there's going to be a whole lot of brand new dinosaurs that we have not seen in this mod pack, and there's new decorations, so I cannot wait to see what this brand new Jurassic Park is going to look like. So let's dive right into it. Alright, I'm going to show off starting off the new home. So I do have a lot of random chests around and about. Why is that? Well, because there are the upgraded chests like in Crazy Craft, so we can get a silver, a crystal, and a diamond chest and whatnot, which is so much more space outside of our machines and whatever EMCable items we have or machines that we previously made. This is all the supplies that we have. All right, so step one's got to be getting plaster. And hey, so plaster takes gypsum powder, white wool, and paper. So paper is going to be the big issue because I didn't give myself a new farm, which is going to be a struggle because of peat moss. We took a very long time to figure out how that worked and got that last time. I don't know if it's still going to be relevant in this version. What we'll do is we're going to try to do our best to get all that down as fast as possible, and we'll see what comes along the way. But there's some sugar cane already, because who knows, we might not even need peat moss anymore. I mean, we did jump from 1.9 to 1.12 for the mod, so who knows what updates and changes there have been outside of just add-ons. Ooh, cherry blossom wood. Actually, I want to go ahead and pick some of this. Come on, give me the stupid block. Why won't you let me pick up the block? That's literally your whole job, is to let me right click you, and there you go. And even then, it only gave me one of those. That's ridiculous. I broke two. I just broke two more and I only got one. What is going on? Alright, you know what? It doesn't matter. Alright, perfect. We have sheep that aren't in our farm. We can just straight up murder these guys. Come on, give me your wool. Technically, we can just get a little bit because of EMC, but the more we collect, the less we have to use on EMC. I want to get at least one of each of these different woods so we have a whole lot of building supplies to deal with, but it's so hard to collect them. And before someone comments like, oh, everything's EMCable, that's not modded, why not just pull everything out their EMC? Because in reality, there's no good way to farm EMC because we're not in Crazy Craft. There aren't ridiculous amounts of EMC, so it's going to be the world's hardest project to actually do that. Because when we get to things as well, like dinos and T-Rexes are just so big, we're going to need a lot of iron and EMC to keep those in, so we might as well save as much as we possibly can. Let's grab our gypsum powder, and we should have absolutely everything we need to go ahead and make some plaster and bandage. There we go. We have literally over 2 stacks now as well. Now all we got to do is head down to a little bit of a mine shaft somewhere and collect up some good old fossils. And I know we're going to be getting our very first dino all over again, but we're going to go for something hopefully that's going to be brand new this time. I don't think we're going to have this dino yet because there's literally such a slur of dinos. So this is more gypsum powder. We found somewhat of a cave here on the side of the mountain, but I don't know how I'm going to feel about this because it already looks like a dead end. I mean, that's exactly what it is. I mean, there's some good gypsum powder in here, but we don't need that right now. Ooh, there's a hole right here in the ground. Yes, please. Yes, yes, yes. This looks a little more promising. Come on, give me something good. I'll take any fossil, anything that's not a regular dino that used to be in this mod pack. I mean, I guess I'll take them as well. Ooh, Belzebufo. Ooh, what is Belzebufo? I think a Pokemon one. I see that. That or Ark, like the big frogs from Ark. All right, let's go ahead and let's plaster all these bad boys up and let's get these guys out of here. There we go. That's awesome. Ooh, is this a plain fossil as well? Give me that. Yes, some more fossils. Yes. Okay, this looks like a pretty decent cave for fossils as well. This is going to be exciting. We got 2 more right here. Perfect. Oh, we've got a ton of them right down here as well. Okay, let's go ahead and get the ones we've already plastered up. Ooh, Ankylosaurus fossils. Yo, that's gonna be sick. I definitely happy to have this one because I don't think this was in this mod specifically. I know it was in the original Jurassic Craft. It's hard to remember which dinos are in which mods when you've played 4 different dinosaurs mods in the last 2 years. Let's check out what we've got so far. The Bizabufo, which I'm assuming is a big frog. Casamoris. I have no idea what that is. Neither is, what is this? Hippocylophodon. I don't, what in the world are some of these names? Dianthetherium? What? A Lambus. I think that's a water one, I think, just based off the name. And then Ankylo. I know what an Ankylo is. And a Dilophosaurus. I know what a Dilo is. Alright, we've got a bunch of really cool fossils now, all in case. Anyway, let's get to work on getting these guys up and running. Let's go ahead and get all this stuff up and cleaning in the cleaning station. I want to get the Bizifobufalo thing. Yes, that's up and going. And then I would do Ankylo next, I think, because those two have the most chance of actually being successful. Hey, let's craft me an iron bucket here. Hey, now we got the bucket of water. I'm actually gonna go ahead and just EMC it because now I can just do water and boom, there we go. Now we have a bunch of water buckets. All right, let's throw this bad boy in here. Okay, perfect. So now that can get up and running. We'll go ahead and place another one in there as soon as that one's empty. That can recharge it. Okay, so that was really quick. Let's go ahead and get the next thing up and going. So the Ankylo, because we have the most DNA for that. So the fossil grinder, teeth, skulls, and the rib cage. The skull just looks like a really thick boomerang. Is that just me? Like the Bezoophylo skull is just a really thick boomerang. Ooh, there we go. Soft tissue right off the bat. All right, so we got 2 soft tissues from that in total. Okay, so next up, something we do need, and I forgot to remake myself a empty disc. So we need 4 iron nuggets surrounded a basic circuit. No big deal. There we got our iron nuggets. Just throw these around here in the center, plus our basic circuit, and store that away. Store one of these away. So now we have that EMC'd as well. Perfect. So no, with these 2 together, I think we put the disc here with this here. No, that's not quite the step. It's here we put this with the disc, right? Yes, this is next. Okay, so there we go. We can go ahead and put that on there. Okay, so we need a good percentage on this. So let's go ahead and let's pick up that second disc because we're gonna need 2 of these actively going. And I kind of wish I'm gonna go ahead and switch these machines around because I want them to be in order of use. And while these things are slowly getting put on these empty discs, I can go ahead and keep. Oh, that's so cool! Look at that animation. That was never there in the old version. We can start working on the Hispagabodon stuff. We've got the Ankylosaurs going down. Ooh, we got an Ankylo soft tissue. That's awesome. 5 and 15% DNA. Those are so low. You need 90 to 100, I think. You have to have 100, I'm pretty sure, to actually make it work. So we are nowhere close to getting the percent of quality we need. Well, I can combine these 2 discs so I can get 20%, but that's not going to do much in the long run. I guess it's back down to the mines because the only thing we can do to actually get a dino is keep improving our percentage of our storage discs, which we can only do by getting more encased fossils. All right, we have a whole new set of encased fossils now, Rockstars, and a ton of the Bezoophylo. I couldn't find enough of these. Well, I did, technically. I found 8. So we have all the fossils hopefully we'll need for just 1 dino. That's all we need, 1 single dino. So hopefully we get enough DNA. 40% for our discs there. Perfect. There we go. So now we can take the 40% with the 20%, and that will give us at least 60%. We also got a Microraptor and 2 Triceratops DNA, which is absolutely fantastic. And this one is 42%. Ooh, don't know if that will be enough. Actually, no, 40. Yeah, 60 plus 42. That will be 102% technically. That should be plenty of enough DNA to get that going. So perfect. Now we can throw these 2 Triceratops in here. There we go. 100% for our Bezoophylo. So next up, the DNA extractor, right? So we should be able to put. This does not seem like the next step. Is the DNA synthesizer the next step? We put the test tubes in here. Obviously, we put this in here. And let me guess, I need my DNA nucleotides. That is next. Okay, let's take all this out and fix the order once again. All right, now that the order is fixed up, no big deal. We can put these guys in the synthesizer, and then we should be able to prep this guy over here. Would the extractor become before the embryonic machine? I don't believe so. I feel like it's going to be the calcification, embryonic, then DNA extractor. What are you used for? I haven't used you yet. So there we have 1 Bezoophylo DNA thingy-majiggy. So now do we put you in? I'm going to guess the embryonic machine. A syringe and this. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that for whatever reason, the DNA extractor is last. So we go between the petri dish, the DNA, and the empty syringe. This should give us the petri dish DNA of whatever this is. Yep, the syringe of this. So now we take the syringe plus the egg. We'll get the egg version of this. There we go, a Bezoophylo egg. Don't these things have to be incubated or something first? Because I know there is an incubator now. Oh, that's how you go from like a Brachiosaurus egg to a hatch version of that egg. So we do have to have it. So what do we need for it? We need a keyboard, redstone comparators, glass, and iron. Luckily, we have everything on that list here in the good old EMC tables. The incubator. There we go. Perfect. This bad boy, and this bad boy technically comes before the DNA extractor. What are you used for? I don't know if I know what you're used for. That thing takes up a lot of space. You know what? We should just put it in the middle, right? Does this work? That sort of works. Can you just face the right direction? There we go. That looks so much better. Okay, so now we should be able to put this in here, and we're just going to keep everything on yellow so I don't have to worry about the gender differences. All right, I've given myself 5 peat moss because we're supposed to have some. We originally had a farm, but I'm not going to give myself any more. So if I want any more than this, we're just going to have to go out and look for it and make a brand new farm, which is going to be super annoying. Which makes that this Bezoophylo is going to be the only dino we have probably for a minute. And I'm not going to build an enclosure for this guy just because I have no idea what this is actually going to be. Plus, I also just want to make sure that all the basics and what I understand is still the same from the old mod to the new mod, which it seems it is for the most part. There we go. We finally have some progress on the incubator with our Bezoophylo egg. This is literally a little over 5 minutes of waiting, I think, just to get some progress on it, and it's probably going to be a minute still. But we can finally get our first dino in the new version of this mod pack, something I don't know what it's going to be, and we're not building an enclosure for it. Because we have the disc, we can make an infinite amount of them as long as we have more syringes and we have more chicken eggs, which is why we have the farm. So we have infinite chicken eggs, plus EMC also helps with that. So we can make an infinite number of those creatures as long as I grow a peat moss farm, which is what we're going to probably do next episode. Or I'll do it in between, since I already spent time in this series doing that. There we go. Officially, we have a hatched Bazufalo egg. And, you know, let's just see what this guy looks like. There we go. Oh, he's so tiny. Oh my god, that's not what I was expecting. It's so tiny. Oh my god, even with Optifine, you can hardly see the guy. Why are you so small? What was the point? You're so tiny. Oh yeah. That is literally the last thing that I expected, because they're just so big and arc. And I know arc's arc, but geesh, all that build up for one little tiny yellow frog. It almost seems sad. You could hardly see him. He's literally the size of a single pixel on a partial of a block. Like, look at that. He is 1 pixel size. That is absolutely hilarious. But guys, I think that's a great place to end off today's episode. Not exactly super exciting, but next time we'll get a brand new dino and dino enclosure. So leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below if you guys did enjoy. I'll see you all next time, Rockstars. Peace.